Which family team will outcook the competition in round 3 of Clover's Little Big Cook-Off? Join the conversation on Twitter at CloverLBCO, #CloverLBCO. Hello and welcome to round 3 of Clover's Little Big Cook-Off. So we started out with 12 family teams of big cooks and little cooks. 9 of them made it through the first round. In round 2, the Italian extravaganza saw a further 3 teams knocked out of the competition. 6 remained to face off one-on-one, hoping to book a place in the semi-final. Martin, Coco, it's the second of the 3 third-round cook-offs today. How's it changed at this stage?
Well, I think last week you could see with flour power, you're only as good as your last meal you cook. So unfortunately, we had to send them home.
Which is quite sad.
We saw last time that if you don't work as a team and communicate well, you'll be really struggling to get to the finish line.
So let's bring out our next 2 family teams going head-to-head for a spot in the semi-final. It's the Tasty Townsends and Shakers and Bakers.
Arriving back at the Way Better kitchen, I'm feeling really excited, and from our last challenge, I'm really confident of whatever we're going to cook today.
That huge comeback is now gone. It's a thing of the past, and we have to fight another day today.
Welcome back to the Way Better kitchen for your first one-on-one going head-to-head. Does it change anything for you?
No, not really.
Okay, Tasty Townsends,
We're feeling good.
what can we expect?
You can expect better than last.
Better than the last time you were here. That's what we like. So every time you come back, you're better than the last time. Kiara,
You can expect more creative things.
have you been practicing?
Yes.
I have no doubt you have.
So welcome to the third round, team. We are getting down to the best of the best.
Not only are the challenges getting tougher now, but so is your competition. Both of you teams made it through the first round. You both made it through the second round. But it's impossible for both of you teams to go through the next round. So one of you guys will be going home.
There are just 4 teams left to compete in round 3 now, and just a place for 2 in the semi-final. In the end, only 1 team can win Clover's Little Big Cook-Off. And what will that dynamic family duo win? This year's winners of Clover's Little Big Cook-Off will get a beautiful kitchen makeover, compliments of Clover and Cordef kitchens that are made in Germany, with appliances sponsored by Bosch, all to the value of 300,000 Rand. On top of that, the team will also win a week-long fantasy holiday to Disney World in Orlando, Florida, courtesy of Clover. Tasty Townsends, Shakers and Bakers, today you have the opportunity to move 1 step closer to that Disney dream. First, let's give our viewers a chance to win big too. Simply buy any 2 Clover Dairy promotional products, follow the instructions on the pack, and 1,000 Rand daily could be yours. Nothing so simple for our teams here today, I'm afraid. Are you ready to hear about your challenges for the day?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Well, same as always, there will be 2 challenges today. But today, you are going to be working on those 2 challenges at the same time.
Well, this means that we will taste everything together at the end of your allocated time, yeah? You will still receive 2 scores out of 150. So you'll have a total score of 300 at the end.
The team with the highest total score will go on to the semi-final. The other team will not.
So your first challenge today is to make your own ice cream.
Okay.
The first thing that I feel when they say we're making ice cream is joy, because me and my mom practiced ice cream yesterday, but it wasn't like churned or anything. We just did like a quick homemade ice cream. So I think we have the idea behind ice cream done.
I realize, well, this is going to be a challenge We know how it's supposed to be made, but there's so many different things that has to go on at the same time to pull it all together.
Everyone knows ice cream. Ice cream is made from custard with cream, milk, sugar, egg yolks. You need to flavor it and then you freeze it.
You have been given a basic ice cream recipe. From there, it's up to you to do something way better. Impress us.
The ice cream is supposed to be the hero. We want you to do something completely different.
So be creative, people.
How to create a fresh and flavorful ice cream dish is only your first challenge of today. Your second challenge is a pastry challenge. In this challenge, you can make any sort of pastry that you would like. You can make it sweet, you can make it savory. Perhaps you want your pastry to complement your ice cream in some way, perhaps not. Do note, however, we are scoring 2 dishes in this challenge, one with ice cream as the hero and the other where pastry is prime. Should you choose to combine the two, and you may if you wish, both elements should be able to stand up to the scoring on their own. You will have 60 minutes for the ice cream challenge and a further 60 minutes for your pastry. That'll give you a total of 2 hours for this challenge.
I'm feeling a bit scared actually because I've never really made ice cream in 2 hours or a pastry in 2 hours because I know the pastry dough has to set for quite a long time and I really don't know if we'll get both of the elements on the plate.
How in the world are we going to make a pastry and ice cream in 2 hours?
Ready?
Yes.
Off to your stations. Teams, you have 2 very, very exciting dishes ahead of you, an ice cream and a pastry. 2 hours for this challenge, and your time starts now.
That way, don't go. We broke the recipe down because we didn't need as much ice cream that what the recipe called for. So we broke that into half. We started looking at all the small components that we had to do today.
What type of ice cream can we do and what kind of pastry can we do?
You measured that. I'm going to get my eggs. We're having this recipe. The first thing that we needed to do was get our ice cream ready because that takes the longest to churn. I separate 6 eggs.
How much sugar does it take?
135. I put that in the food processor, and then I'm adding the sugar, which has to be blended to it's fluffy and pale in color.
There's a whole lot of things going on at the same time, and we need to get the caster sugar and the egg yolks into the mixer. Get the vanilla pods cut and weigh out the cream and get that onto the double boiler. Must be heated through.
Okay.
I wanted to make a salted caramel ice cream, and for the tart, I want to make a Florentine tart, which is like an almond paste, and they have almonds and everything I need, so I think we're going to stick with those 2. Mom, I'm going to start on our caramel now. So for the ice cream, we want to make a cone, and then we're going to put the salted caramel ice cream on top of it, and we're going to wrap it with spun sugar. I'm really nervous because we have to complete so many elements. We have to do the salted caramel ice cream, the spun sugar, the roasted almonds, the vanilla cream, the honeycomb, the pastry base, the Florentine filling, and the nectarine slices. And we also want to try a cone. So that's 9 elements we want to do.
Today there was a lot of technical things to the whole challenge. Things that Romain hasn't seen before, things that we as a team haven't done before. So I needed to explain to her why the different techniques and why we do this and why we do that. One of the things was tempering the eggs. You needed to ladle your warm cream mixture slowly over the egg and caster sugar mixture because we didn't want to scramble the eggs. If it's too hot, you get scrambled eggs, and I don't think anybody likes scrambled egg ice cream.
So do you think it's ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take it off.
Most daunting thing is the ice cream, don't stuff it up. And you take your fresh cream mixture and put it to your custard sugar and the eggs. I was whisking for dear life when Kiara was putting the cream. So now we need to put it back here.
Back into the cream.
Right.
Then you return to the double boiler
Okay.
and cook until the liquid thickens.
Not too fast. You have to think about texture. You have to think about the techniques that you can possibly use. And I've seen some macadamia nuts in the pantry. Go get us some macadamia nuts. The round ones that aren't on the shelf like. Yeah, that's fine. And we've got a macadamia nut praline that we're going to sort out now. That's the syrup that we're going to put on there. We're going to see if we can get all of these things on the plate. We had a bit of cinnamon inside the syrup to give it a different flavor.
Okay, we have to go get the ice bath ready.
Okay, do that. I'm doing this. This tastes lovely. This tastes nice. We don't have to put too much of flavoring in it. It's sweet as it is. Making the custard for the ice cream, you'll know when the consistency is right, is when you wipe your finger off the wooden spoon, it leaves a mark. So it has to thicken a little bit more.
25 mils vanilla essence. Get a spoon, let's taste this custard.
You can taste.
It's nice and vanilla.
Teams, half an hour gone, 90 minutes to go.
Right, I think this is ready, babe.
How are we doing, ladies?
Doing fine. The
Yeah?
ice cream is almost done.
Almost
Kiara's
done?
making a caramel, salty caramel ice cream.
A salty caramel
Yes,
ice cream.
yes.
You have to push the caramel far enough so that it's not too sweet, but rather like a bitter taste.
There's a
Bitter.
very fine edge there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I can see you, the executive chef today.
Yeah.
Huh? There we go. That looks good.
Yeah.
And how are the tasty down sensor doing?
Well, it's coming together. It's
Yeah?
just that we need to get this into that.
Yeah. Is it cooked? Have you tested it?
It's not holding on the spoon just
Let's
yet.
just try it. Show me. Yeah, needs more. And I saw you adding some syrup or some
This is just the vanilla
elements in there.
essence, yeah.
Was it just vanilla essence? So you got vanilla pots and vanilla essence in there.
Yes.
Okay.
And I realized, okay, we're only supposed to use vanilla essence or the vanilla pot, not both. Well, look, we've
Maybe
got
wise,
some
maybe
texture.
not.
Yeah, we've got some texture still with the
Okay.
macadamia nuts and so on. So,
Very good. Thank you.
okay. I don't say much. I realized that we could have made a mistake, but also it could play into our favor. We could have a lovely extreme vanilla ice cream.
Okay, Mom, I'm just going to salt it. Tell
Right.
me how much.
No, too much. Perfect.
When you're making your caramel, you must let it get to a nice dark color, because when it's very light in color, it's very sweet because it's just sugar and water. But once you start pushing it far enough, it gets this bitter tones, and that mixture is really tasty when you put into the custard.
Put a little bit. No, wait. Let me stir it in slowly. Put more.
Is it coming nice though?
But it needs a little bit more sweetening.
We have to hurry up now. You're missing.
Perfect.
Just a little.
No.
Just a little.
No. You'll overdo it. It's perfect.
Once the custard's at the right consistency, we have to put it in an ice bath in a chilled bowl. So does it taste nice?
Yep. It's perfect. It's got that caramelly taste.
Our ice cream's done, and we're going to get started doing the pastry filling, and everything that has to go on top, and then the rest of the elements are to follow.
I've got this sense that I'm behind, and I turn over, look at the other team, and I realize that the custard had gone into the ice bath already, and they were steaming ahead. I just need that to darken now. We need to pick up the space. We need to get our ice cream into the freezer as well. And we need to just catch up. We're not too far behind, but we still need to catch up.
put your butter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But I need to first just get this in.
Yeah.
The ice cream's gone into the fridge now just to cool down completely. And we're going to start on our dough now for our pastry.
After the pastry dough, we'll do the pastry filling, and then I'll do the cone and the spun sugar.
Yeah.
We have to get more caramel, obviously.
yeah.
And then we'll have to do the tart now because we don't have
Right.
lots of time. I'm not confident of making a pastry, but I'm not that scared either because I have made a pastry before and I do have a recipe in mind for the pastry. 370 grams of flour. Can you pass the sugar, Mom? Just sugar. 125. You can start doing it now.
So, I see you are done with the ice cream?
Yes, we are.
What have you decided to do?
We made a salted caramel ice cream, and we're gonna make a cone. I remember a cone recipe. We're gonna cover it with spun sugar on the
Oh,
top.
wow, okay.
Yeah. We're starting with our sweet short crust pastry, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Wow, I'm very impressed, but
Thank you.
make sure you don't put too much pressure on yourself and too much, job to do because you literally have an hour and 17 minutes left. So,
Yeah.
good luck.
Thank you.
I was thinking at that time, okay, fine, let's cut out on this or cut out on that. But Kiara wanted to execute everything. So I said, okay, fine, if we put time management, we can do everything in the allocated time.
Sift that through the sift into the mixing bowl there.
So, Dale, what are you up to?
We're just about to start our sweet...
Pastry,
Yeah,
okay.
because we're going to go for sweet and sweet.
Okay. So, is this part of your ice cream or your...
Yeah, we're going to blitz that later on to give the ice cream some texture.
some caramelized macadamia
With some
and
cinnamon. Yes.
Wow. That's a good combination.
Well, pick the blaze off.
Okay. And have you started thinking about your pastry?
We're going to do a plum tart.
Plum tart. That's why I see beautiful plums there.
Yes.
Okay.
We're hoping to get that also.
But you'll make it a bit more exciting than just a plum tart.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
sure.
We'll add a twist or two in it.
I
Into
trust
it, I'm sure we will.
I trust you.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
To make the pastry dough, you have to sift caster sugar and flour together. You then have to take clover butter and mix it into the mixture with your fingertips to make breadcrumbs. Then you take 1 egg yolk as a binder and put it all together. So you mix it, make a well in the middle. There we go.
Okay. Let's get this in here first.
Right, this is almost done.
I've just put the ice cream mixture that's been cooled into the ice cream machine to be churned. It's just going to churn and do its thing, and then I'll put it back into the freezer just so that I can scoop it up at the end. So my mom tasted our ice creams to make sure we didn't add too much salted caramel, and it's just right, so hopefully it comes out good.
So now you need to rub this through with your fingers. Let's take a look. Can I help?
No, it's my job and you already took half of the job, so I want this. During our challenge, my dad was doing half of my things and I told him, Dad, get your hands out of the thing. I want to do the dough. I want to do the... Dad, get him on something else. I'm standing up for myself today because I know if he helps me, then we're not going to get most of the things done. The other team that's against us, the little cookie is bigger than me. So I wanted to take charge and say, Dad, leave me. I can do this task on my own. You can do your task. So we can be at that same pace with you.
Chefs, bring me up to speed. What's been happening?
Team Shakers and Bakers have started putting the ice cream in the ice cream machine.
Okay.
Okay, so they'll be doing salted caramel ice cream, which is really a delight.
delicious, yes.
Yeah. But the problem is there is a very, very fine line between having that salty taste and the caramel. I would be very surprised if for the first time they get it right.
And the Tasty Townsends?
They made the ice cream very basic.
Okay.
It's just a vanilla base, the recipe we gave to them or whatever, but they already prepared a couple of elements which they're gonna be adding on a little bit later.
The main is getting through the butter and the flour mixture, getting it into a crumb, and I'm quite shocked because I'm looking down at these little hands. I'm moving at 100 kilometers an hour, just getting this job done, and I see that mixture. Excuse me, I'm gonna add the egg to this. Come wash hands. Good job, yeah, baby. It's looking good. I really thought that I might have to jump in and assist. When I looked at it, everything seemed to be looking like it's supposed to be, and we could add the egg and get it all into a nice little ball.
Right, roll.
Teams, you have 1 hour remaining. 1 hour gone, 1 to go.
I'm gonna start my plums in. The plums go into the pan. I tried to get a bit of charred lines onto the plums to add that bit of extra flavor. I need some nice griddle marks on that. Took it out, added some rum essence to the plum. They're nice and sweet. We just need to cook them further and get them nice and soft.
Rebecca, how's it going?
Fantastic. Our pastry is in the fridge. Our ice cream is churning. Kiara is just making the filling for our pastry.
And what have you decided to do?
Kiara,
Yeah,
what pastry are you making?
a Florentine tart.
A Florentine tart.
Is this something that you've practiced?
Kiara's practice.
Okay. How are you feeling about the time limit, the constraints, and the fact that you're doing 2 dishes at the same time?
We'll definitely make it because the ice cream, I was a bit afraid of the ice cream, but that's in the churner. Oh, that's a caramel, a salty caramel ice cream.
I heard so. That sounds delicious. Is it one of your favorites?
No.
Okay, no.
Kiara's.
So you're going to be tasting it for the first time
I tasted
too?
it before it went in.
Okay.
It was just perfect.
Okay. Kiara, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling a little bit nervous because we still have to make the filling and do the cone still for our ice cream, so we really need to rush.
Okay, so should I get out of your way? Thanks, guys. Good luck.
That must go in the fridge now.
Tasty Townsends, how's it going?
We're getting really challenged today.
Is it because there are two dishes, or?
Yeah, 2 dishes, and we've decided to go on both of them. We decided to go sweet, which is completely out of our comfort zone. We prefer savory most of the time.
But then why would you do something that's out of your comfort zone?
We'd like to challenge ourselves.
Okay. Good luck. Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much.
So, Ma, I've never actually made this thing before. I've made a Florentine filling before, but very long ago. And I just remember how it's supposed to look and how it's supposed to feel. So I just add all the ingredients that I think should be going into it, but I'm really not sure. I'm just kind of guessing from whatever I see in the pantry, and I'm just putting it into the food processor.
What do you want to do?
It's a Florentine, just taste it. Not too much. Sugar, what?
Slightly more sugar.
Honey, caramel essence.
Sugar or a little bit more caramel essence and make it a little bit sweeter.
Does it taste nice though?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you pass sugar? Sugar. Can you add some?
Give me a teaspoon from there. I don't want to put too much.
Okay.
Blitz it.
Will you follow this recipe and get these things with a cone? It's like a pancake recipe, but you whisk these and then add this.
Then you got the egg over there.
It's a crepe recipe.
Okay, can I put the sugar onto...
Yeah, but can you do this then?
Okay.
My plan is to put the salted caramel scoops into a cone. I've never made a cone before, but I've seen a recipe recently, so I'm kind of confident about it.
Kiara, full cream milk.
Huh?
Full cream milk.
Yeah, whole milk. The recipe is basically like a crepe recipe. You make that in a pan until it's golden brown on each side, and you just take a triangular mold and you just roll it around to make a cone and let that set.
Right, there's a mixture over here, and then you want me to put flour in here.
Yeah, okay, can I do this and you start rolling out the tins, because it's just...
It's done. I've mixed all that. Just flour.
Teams, you have 45 minutes remaining.
We just had 45 minutes is left, and we're rolling out our dough. We've got our plums is cooked already. We've got the macadamias blitzed up and everything for the ice cream. That's going to go in just before we put the ice cream into the freezer. I think that's okay.
I'm taking out the ice cream from the churner. I was very happy with the ice cream, considering I made it for the first time. The consistency was perfect.
You have to take out this. You want me to help you?
Yes, please.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I
No,
think
that's
this is-
fine, yeah.
This is less for me.
Coco's tasting the ice cream, and I look at his face and the expression, my heart sinks because it's not what I was expecting. I wanted this joyous look on his face.
Yeah, we must get our ice cream out.
There.
You are almost there. Don't play with it too much, okay? Yeah, like that, Dale. And your plums?
Some of them you can see they're nice and tender. So we're going to slice them. I'd still like some of the tartness to come through.
Yeah, but they're still gonna go in the oven,
Yes.
eh? Okay, perfect.
Okay, so just here, Mom. I don't wanna...
It's not hot, it's not hot. There. And Kiara's trying to make a cone.
The batter is really thick and smooth and exactly what I think it should be. So I put it into the pan and I let it cook off. And when I turn it over, it's looking at the very right color. And I think it's going to work out quite well.
You can add the nuts. Looks good. Get a teaspoon in your taste.
Quite good there. Yeah, you said I'm adding more nuts.
So we just want that.
Can I please mix it through there?
Just like that, slowly, and then it needs to go into the freezer.
I'm mixing the macadamia nut into the ice cream, and I'm thinking, is it going to be a good texture? The ice cream was very nice.
Teams, you have 30 minutes remaining.
They didn't have a triangular prism in the way Beta Kitchen, so I made my own triangular prism with foil. Maybe the foil was too hot or something, because when I was trying to roll the crepe around it, it started tearing and breaking.
We've just had the 30-minute call. We're busy slicing our plums. Our tarts are blind baking. Ice cream is in the freezer. So we seem to have everything under control. Hopefully we'll be able to just carry it through now.
Right, how long for the pastry? 10.
We needed to add another element to our dish, and in slicing the plums, we picked up that the skin had a lovely purple color. You see the color there? And we can get a red syrup going there. So let's see what color we're going to come out with.
This mixture has gone a bit thick.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Make it thin, like super thin. No, it's not going to work because it's too thick.
Actually, it's not right. But why don't we leave this and just plate it? It's taking too much time, babe.
Yeah, but then we need something extra.
then I'll think of something. It's taking too much time.
I tried it twice more with different sizes and it's not working. So then my mom says that we should just leave the idea out. Let me scrap this
You
thing.
got some syrup.
So the pastry goes in for the first blind bake. That should take about 10 minutes. Take it out, it doesn't look 100% okay. Pop it back into the oven. We need to give it at least another 3 to 4 minutes. These things has to bake for at least 15 minutes with the plums in it. So we're really going to be cutting it fine.
I'm going to do the spun sugar. But the syrup has to be very dark and you have to take a whisk at a very high angle and do it very quickly. Ma, look how cool the spun sugar came out.
Oh, yes, that's perfect. I'll roast some flaked almonds and put on top.
I'm going to make the honeycomb.
The honeycomb, once the syrup is set, we break it and we put it in a blender. It becomes crunchy.
Hey there.
Teams, you've got 15 minutes remaining in this challenge. 15 minutes.
Now be careful, this is hot. Judges say 15 minutes to go. We get it out the second time.
So you're going to fill it now with your plums?
Yes.
And then put it back in the oven?
Yes.
Yeah, that should cook nicely.
Wait, Mama.
So you're confident?
Confident? Not 100% yet.
And you? You are confident, of course.
Yes.
Ah, of course you are.
Right, you need to fan them. Okay. We get our plums on, but it's not looking 100% okay. And then I realized that we could do a crumble, and a crumble would work just as well with these plums. Sorry.
How are we doing?
Push for time. I wish we had more time.
But with your main elements, you're going to be ready?
Yes. Ice cream is in the freezer. It's setting nicely. The tarts are going to come out now. Oh.
What happened now, Mom?
The rice fell on the...
On how many?
No, just one.
So do we have enough?
Right. It's perfect.
Teams, you have 10 minutes left. 10 minutes. If you haven't started at least thinking of your plating, you're going to run out of time. Is everything going according to plan here so far?
Just push for time.
With 10 minutes left, my mom takes the pastry out of the oven and it's looking nice and golden brown. So I add the filling in. The filling only has to bake for about 5 minutes just so that it's set around the edges but still a bit like runny in the middle.
Everything going according to plan?
Yeah, our tarts are in.
Okay.
We need about another, probably we're going to push it to the wire on the tarts.
Okay.
We've got a bit of sauce going that's going to be on the side. Our plates are there, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Less than 10 minutes to go. This has to go into the oven for 5 minutes. And then it comes off, we put it on the plate and we plate our ice creams.
Give me the small one.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do with it.
I told Kiara to plate up because that's her department. Is your tart ready?
No, 2 more minutes.
How you want it?
Like a normal cream.
Teams, you have your last 2 minutes remaining.
The judges give us our 2-minute call. At that point, the tarts have to come out. Come get the ice cream, so let's dish the ice cream. I say to Romain, right, I'm leaving you in charge of the plating of the ice cream, and I start getting the tarts out of the molds and so on. And these things are extremely hot. Your fingers are burning. You're trying to get it onto the plate.
Our station looks like a mess. We have to plate our ice cream up. We have to put our honeycomb onto our plate, put our tart, and our tart's still in the oven. So to get it out is going to be a mission.
It's coming down to the wire, guys. You have 1 minute remaining.
Where you want me to put them?
But my mom takes out the tart and she puts it face down into the plate.
Don't stress.
Mom, no, you can't just turn it over like that. It's just very silly. The pastry's cracking and the filling's coming out. I could have died. No, that plate we can't use.
Oh, no.
I was like, I don't want to be angry at her, but can you please take that out and put it there?
How are we looking, Romain? Okay. When I turned to look at Romain, Romain's doing an excellent job. In actual fact, her job was already done.
Okay, just, you need to take it out. It's fine, burnt fingers are fine. Fingers are meant for burning, so I just put it nicely onto the next plate.
30 seconds, teams. 30 seconds.
I got the sauce into the ramekins, I got some fresh cream onto the plates, and they start the countdown.
10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
stop baking.
We're all finished, we're all ready, and I turn and I look at Romain, and Romain's eating ice cream.
It was good.
My favorite part of the show is the tasting time.
The challenge was extremely stressful.
We thought we could do everything in the 2 hours, and then you realize time has just flown by.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a close race.
The two groups here today, Shakers and Bakers and Tasty Townsends, you are here for a reason. These two teams go over and above the call of duty.
Your creativity, it's really, really above our expectation.
Shakers and Bakers, please bring us your dishes.
In terms of the presentation of the plates, I'm really happy with both of them. I think they both show a lot of technique, and they're both really tasty.
Thank you. Thanks, Kiara. It looks really pretty.
Thank you.
Let's go with the ice cream.
Okay, so you said your ice cream was salted caramel. Salted caramel is one of my favorite tastes. The texture of your ice cream is very, very nice. Smooth.
Okay.
Unfortunately, here I've got more caramel than the salt.
I agree with Coco. I don't get too much of the salt. For me, if you had to ask me, and what kind of an ice cream is this, I'd say it's a caramel ice cream.
Okay.
It is so buttery and milky and creamy in my mouth. I adore it. It's really good.
Thank you.
So maybe we should just change the name to caramel ice cream.
It's such a fine line, you know, between that saltiness and that sweetness of the caramel. Despite all that, I think you guys done a fantastic job in making that ice cream. It's got a nice flavor to it. The smoothness, the texture is really, really nice. And the toasted almonds to go with it quite nicely as well.
The ice cream wasn't exactly how we wanted it to be.
Should we score? Okay, should we try the tart? The little pastry pie. How many minutes did you have it in the oven?
The full with the filling inside.
With the filling inside?
About 8 minutes.
8 minutes?
8, 9 minutes.
It would have definitely need some more because it's still raw in there, your filling inside there. In that size pie with that filling on fairly low temperature would at least take about 15 minutes.
Kiara, I think that you are an overachiever. You really are. I think that you put a lot of pressure on yourself and you want to do more than what you should do. And I really admire that. I see what Martin says in the center being undercooked. The edge of your tart, though, is fine for me.
When you say that, that means we should be eating
On the outside.
only 40% of the tart. Unfortunately, we need to be able to eat 100% of the tart, okay? You didn't concentrate on what the challenge was, okay? When you tell us that you're going to do the cone and the angel hair and everything, I was like, wow, I really can't wait to taste that. But unfortunately, you spend too much time on unnecessary things.
We knew that the tart was a little bit underdone. We would have liked it in the oven for a little bit longer. I'm not very confident right now.
Should we score?
Tasty Townsends.
Looking at our plate, looking at our ice cream, we've done all we can do. I expect the judges to point out one or two things and tell us that we could have done this and could have done that. It forms part of one dish, so you can do them all together.
Just a pairing.
Yes.
And the sauce?
We had a plum left in the pan when we finished layered our crumble. And I said to Romain, let's try and reduce that and get a sauce from there because the dish seemed to be a bit dry.
Once again, a very smooth ice cream. And those caramelized macadamia nuts in there work perfectly. Nice crunch.
It looks like a simple vanilla ice cream, but those crunchiness of that really explode in your mouth and wows you. The way you grilled your plums, I really like that texture. It's still a little bit crunchy. I really enjoyed it. So well done. You have to ask Daddy to buy you an ice cream machine after this because you know how to use it. Okay?
I love your leftover utilization. You know, using that plum, what you had left over there, and making a sauce on top of it, I think it works very well. I can't really fault you on that ice cream. I think it's very, very nice. The only criticism I would really have is on your pastry casing. I believe it's a little bit overdone. It's quite dry. But I think that's really the only criticism I can give. I think you guys done a very, very good job. You listened very nicely to the brief and you added your own signature to it, which I really do appreciate.
Thank you.
So I also like the cinnamon that you cooked your macadamia nuts in as well, which is great flavor. So thank you.
Thank you.
You score?
I'm scoring the ice cream first.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now for our pastries.
I'm feeling quite good. I think we've done enough. And even if we haven't done enough, I'm sure I'll be happy if we go out on a dish with that much technicality on it.
Two teams, 2 hours, 2 pastries, 2 ice cream dishes. But unfortunately, only one place in the semi-finals. Before we get to that, very well done to both of you. The ice cream and pastry challenge is not an easy one, but you both rose to it. So well done. We are very, very proud of you, and you should be very proud of yourselves as well. You will get a score out of 150 for your ice cream challenge and a score out of 150 for your pastry challenge. So let's get to it and reveal your scores. We'll start with Martin.
Shakers and bakers. Let me give you guys a couple of comments if I may. Kiara, I know one of your dreams is to become a chef. Nothing's holding you back. If that's your ambition, just go for it. Your ability of leadership and for your creativity, you've got all the attributes a chef should have. You're very lucky that you've got a supportive mum at the same time. You know, she's such a great guidance for you. So aim high. Your ice cream has scored a total of 117 out of 150, okay? Your pastry scored 109 out of 150. I think you just ran out of time. This gives you a total score out of 300 of 226.
The tasty Townsends. Your ice cream really wowed us, I must say. You scored 126 out of 150. Your pastry, you managed to score 120 out of 150, which gives you a great total of 246 out of 300. So well done.
Well done. We are on an upward spiral. We are hitting the high notes, and we're just so excited to be in the semi-final.
That means, Tasty Townsends, we see you in the semi-finals. Well done. And unfortunately, Shakers and Bakers, this is where we say goodbye. We have to tell you, though, that it's not an easy one. You are so beautifully passionate about what you do. When you become a chef someday, you are going to be an incredible one.
Yes.
You are going to be one that wows people.
Kiara is a bit emotional at the moment. I don't blame her because she expected to go on further, but she's a fantastic cook. Her passion is cooking, and she's going to carry on cooking.
You are an adventurous chef. You take risks. You don't play it safe. And that is beautiful.
We were honored to taste your dishes, that sticky chicken wing, dish which you've done in honor of your grandfather. That was very, very special for us.
The dish that really wows me as well, your dessert pizza. That chocolate ganache, those strawberries that you cut to look like a pepperoni.
You definitely raised the bar. You really have been amazing, and thank you for bringing your flair into the Way Better kitchen.
When you decide to become a chef, give me a call. I might have a little place next to me, okay? But you can go very far.
Thank you. I'd just like to thank the judges. It was actually an inspiration to work in the Clover kitchen, and it's, although we're not going to the semi-finals, but it's just boosted our confidence level.
Ah, yeah, definitely.
You know, we can do it.
Absolutely, no doubt.
We're a bit disappointed with the scores, but I think we both will carry on cooking and we enjoyed our experience.
Yes, we did.
I feel very sad that the Shakers and Bakers have to leave. Seeing Kiara cry made me, as a person, feel very sad.
You do not go away empty-handed. We have a Bosch mixer and a hamper of goodies courtesy of Clover for you to remember this experience by.
Thank you.
Kiara, I want to see you smile. You're breaking my heart. Okay, I'm going to try and make you laugh, okay, Kiara?
With the cheesy
I'm going to try.
joke.
Yes, my cheesy joke. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing. Thank you very much, and join us again next week on Clover's Little Big Cook-Off. Goodbye.
We threw. I'm simply dumbfounded because I really didn't think that we'd get this far. I didn't think that having the smallest little cook in the series would benefit us so much.
It feels amazing that we're going to be in the semi-finals, and I'm hoping we get through to the finals because my brother and I really want to go to Disneyland.